Fellow Lornographers, and welcome to the special edition of Lorn, Super Secret Weapon, the one argument that will set him free forever, and the one argument that will make NBC pay him $80 million. And this happened here in 2010. Lawrence write this. Armstrong received ineffective... Armstrong, okay. Armstrong received ineffective assistance for failure of his defense counsel to investigate an entrapment defense. Armstrong objected to the finding of the magistrate that his defense counsel was effective by not advising him he has an entrapment defense. And looks why he believes it's entrapment. Look at that. The KBI was conducting an undercover sting operation exposing online sexual predators with the assistance of Dateline NBC. On 9/17/07, Armstrong started engaging in online chat with Kayla, Princess 94. Kayla, who was posing as a 13-year-old girl, but was in fact a KBI officer. 3 years. 3 years after the fact, like almost 3 years. That was in August 2010. So almost 3 years after the fact, Lorne believed that Kayla was a KBI officer. He still doesn't understand that she was a perverted justice contributor and just a person like you and me, really, except that this person devoted her evening to observing Mr. Penis. But 3 years later, you still think that Kayla Princess was a KBI officer, even though it was actually a perverted justice contributor. Sherry Twist, of course, who is not a KBI officer and is not working for Dateline neither. It's an independent organization. She's a volunteer. And she did that voluntarily. She wasn't paid to do that. She did that purely because she wanted to contribute and eradicate online predators, and I respect that a lot. But Lorne, someone should have explained it to him. Like, he believed, at this point in time, Lorne believed that he had been chatting with a police officer. He thinks, all those precious moments we spent together, it was actually a cop. Oh my God. Armstrong, within the first day of chatting with Kayla, had no intent of talking about any type of sexual conversation. When Kayla seen this was not going to happen. Kayla, he still calls her Kayla. He should talk about his poem, right? He's like, I wrote her poem that showed that I truly loved her. Kayla, when Kayla seen this was not going to happen, Kayla, in attempting to direct the conversation to a sexual nature, asked Armstrong. This is so poorly written. Like, I don't even understand the sentence. Like, tons of mistake. Kayla, in attempting to direct the conversation to a sexual nature, asked Armstrong, what is a perv? See Exhibit 3 attached, which is from the instant messaging from the first day between Armstrong and Kayla. It is clear that Armstrong, from the outset, had no intent of making conversation about any sexual nature. If you listen to my How to Groom a Child conversation, you'll see how it's wrong. Even before that, he had been gaining her trust. Well, what he thought to be a 13-year-old girl, but he had been working on gaining her trust. And grooming her, you have such pretty eyes and showing his dog and his nieces and all that. The very first question by the KBI officer, the Kayla Bureau of Investigation, what is a perv, requires a response that would be in a sexual nature and bring up conversation with sexual overtone. This alone shows that the KBI offered leading messages which could only require conversation of sexual nature of response. So you see, Lorne was forced to do that. He was forced to have a sexual conversation with Kayla. He didn't have a choice. That poor man, he had his hand, or rather his penis, forced by the evil KBI officer Kayla. Thank you for watching. And he continued. That goes on, but I want to make a short video. He's completely... Thanks for watching. Have a good night.